Okay, so coming down from the top, this is an air shaft into an old ore mine dating back to the 1890s. So up there's a rope, and these miners, this mine shaft was built around somewhere between 1900 1905. So you got cold air coming out behind me. That goes right into the mine. So Mr. Box, I've just descended from the top, and Mr. Box will be coming down in just a minute. It's about almost 100 feet down. You're having to take it easy because these steps that were carved, once you get past a certain point, everything starts becoming wet, moist. So you really need to watch your feet. All right, man. Well, here he comes.
You want one hand?
You're fixing to hit the wet area.
What's that?
You're fixing to hit the wet area. Right
Yeah,
there. Yeah. Okay. So as he's coming down, I'm going to let him get down, and then I'm going to have to get out of the way. I'm going to have to scooch on into the workings of the mine because there's not enough room for two people here. But you can actually see the drill marks. They actually created this air shaft by digging from inside the mine going up. So all right, so I'm going to conclude this and go ahead and get on out of this way. All right, man. He's in. So, all right. So, Mr. Box, we just came in through this way, right here. And this is a narrow band of ore. It was only, some cases, 4 or 5 feet. So, Mr. Box is making his way over there to the first slope. This is an interior. These are all interior slope mines that we're coming in to see. So, that's a very big mine underground. So, and it stretches on back that way into the darkness. That's a upstart, a breakthrough going down into another level. So, all right. And we'll just head over here to the first interior slope. Got the remains of an old mine cart there. That's the route we came in from. Sections of rails. So this is an interior slope. So right up there, just beyond the blackness, is the interior cable hoist foundation. And you've got more rails right here. So I say this is a huge mine underground. So, but we got glow sticks. We're gonna keep marking away here. But it's amazing how these miners did it, man. This is about as close as you can get to a coal mine without being in one. And that's the direction we're going to be heading, straight down the slope.
destination that we're going to.
Remains of the cable hoist rails. These are late 1890s, early 1900s sections of rails right here. That cable hoist is probably 120 years old right there. Try to film a little more on the way down. A little bit difficult to negotiate this while filming.
Down the slope.
Okay, dropped a few more work entries. You can see the rails are still in place. Here were some more cable hoists. You can see the rails right there. And we got probably another 600 more feet to go before we get down to one of the major work entries, passage with haulage ways. So, all right, we'll keep going. Okay, this is where we're dropping down from. And Mr. Box is checking out this one work entry. See, it still has all the rails intact. See how they curved and they would meet up with the main slope rails here. So he's checking on that right there. And I'm going to descend down this way. All right. Okay, after traversing some more down the interior slope, this is the second interior cable hoist foundation. It's a concrete foundation with rods with threads. This is where they had the cable hoist, and it was steam power from the outside, and it was electrically generated. And they put this here to expand the slope mine further down. So once the mine cars were pulled up from this interior hoist, they would pop it off switch the cars off to a main haulage way, and mules would actually pull the loaded and empty mine carts over to the main slope where they would be hooked up and pulled up outside. But anyway, that's probably circa about 1905, 1910. And I tell you, this is where somebody, a hoist operator, maybe two of them, his assistant, and they worked in here all day, man, on a shift. Of course, you wouldn't tell night from day, but these guys had to traverse a long way underground just to get to their workstation, man. It's incredible. But they've carved it out where it's level, so there is good headroom here. So, all right, now drop down there, take a break, and keep heading on down. Okay, this look back up right here. So, got some headroom here. Mr. Box checked out some of the old batteries, broken glasses. And here's where the mount for your hoist was. That right there is sticking up as part of a shovel. So, I said these guys worked in here a whole shift, man. Or at least they had the headroom. Alright, man, we'll be making our way on down here in just a minute. Okay, so we just descended all the way down to one of the first major haulage ways here. The interior hoist is about 300 feet back up. You can see the remains of the cross ties there. That's where it switched off heading this way. And this is the continuation of this slope right here. So we're going to go down here and check this out and start traversing to the right. But these are some unexplored sections here, so don't know what we'll find, but we're definitely marking our trail with glow sticks, of course, and just see what's down there. You can see right here, this is an intact rail for the slope right here, heading up in this direction. And you can still see the wood cross ties up underneath, right there, once it's out of the way. So it's pretty neat. Like I said, we're going to be heading down this way. Okay, so this is the main interior slope. You can see there's the water line right there. It stretches off over into this direction. That's as far as you can go. This interior slope goes for about another 1,000 feet. And Mr. Box is heading off in this direction, and that's where I'm gonna be going. So, all right, just filming a little bit here and there, man. Okay, so this is one of the haulage ways that'll take us to another interior slope mine. It's about 1,000 feet, well, about 800-900 feet, not 1,000, but you still got, those are air compressor line pipes, still got the timber support, more pieces of pipes up there. So, alright, we'll just keep heading this way, following Mr. Box. He decided to take point, so that's cool. Alright. So we're going to keep following this haulage way to catch up with Mr. Box. I think he put the afterburners on. He's gone. So, alright, but just stopping the video here and there. Got the water right there. Alright. We'll keep pushing on. Okay. Still got several, maybe 400 or 500 more feet still to go. But just following the haulage way, these are air compressor lines right here. Right there. Got sections of, that's another air compressor line. Got the old wooden timber supports right there. Still in place, probably not for much longer. Like that one over there. So, I said this was a narrow band of red ore they were mining. That's what they're after right there, the red ore. It's 4 to 5 feet in some areas. So, alright, we'll just keep moving on. sure what that is. Section of rail right there. Okay, I see Mr. Box's light way up there ahead. So you're still traversing this haulage way here. So one of the things that you see right here, you get these rough stacked walls right here. Well, this is shale right here. And, you know, this is what's called waste rock. So instead of hauling this all the way outside to make the haulage way, they would just stack all this stuff on either side, you can see, of the haulage way. And, I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to do this job. Heavy duty, man, for just cents an hour. I mean, one guy, maybe two, but mostly one guy in here bent over, and he's got to stack all this, man. I mean, that's right there, that's 100 pounds. And, you know, no gloves, carbide light, can't really see well, maybe down here by himself. His foreman sent him down here to clear this out. Brutal, man, brutal. I mean, you know, it looks nice and it's fun. You come in here and explore. This is history, but this is where people worked, man, and people did die in here. But this was a brutal, brutal job, man. All right, we'll keep going this way. There's Mr. Box up ahead. He should be on the interior slope. Alright, man. Here's the second interior slope right here.
My theory is it goes into it just
got some of the cable hoist here, so roughly 900 to 1,000 feet had to traverse to get to this second interior slope. You can see these are unused rail sections here, just piled up. Alright, got an insulator right there, electrical insulator, part of it. Alright, we'll have a look around.
The activity that took place in this mine over 130 years has to go somewhere. So my theory is
Alright.
it gets trapped and absorbed in this iron.
So those are the
Over
that's the slope mine rails right there, the main rails on the slope mine. This right here, these are all unused sections of rail. Never been used. They were waiting to be placed down.
Hear sounds from the past.
And
Footsteps,
that's looking down to the water.
mechanical machinery.
And
equipment,
that's looking
not
straight
about
back up,
moving,
man.
But, you know,
So,
what do you think? Am I crazy? Yeah, I'm crazy.
all right. So, took a while to get here, but it's worth it. So they were prepping this slope mine. They had it in use for a while, but they evidently had bigger plans for it, and for whatever reason, they called it off. Who knows how long this was in operation, but maybe not that long, because you have all these unused rail sections. So, all right. Okay. So look right down the slope here. Water is just down below. These are all the unused rail sections. They left a lot of money sitting right here. I'll tell you what's even more amazing. How in the world they got them in here? How in the world they laid them? All these are in place. Right there you've got a switch off. They never did complete it. There's supposed to be a section of rails running off to the right. But incredible, man. Those are unused air compressor lines. And you can see the slope goes, all the rails are intact. See it, they had it ready to switch off. I mean, this was still a work in progress. And you've got a rail switch way up there. But that's looking straight on up. All right. Okay, so we're to the right of the slope, and we're going to be making our way along this haulage way here. Got a section of rail upturn there. So do a little more filming all the way up. Don't need to do any filming right here. So that's all waste rock stacked. And you got some growing little stalactites, beginning of that. All right, man, keep going. Okay, we just came in from this direction, so we do. The miners were the old. They were actually nice enough to make us a place to stand up. I'm sure they did this for their reasons too. Got the timber supporter that's part of a cross tie, and we're going to keep going this way. Whew. All right. Okay. So we proceeded on about another 150 feet. Got some good headroom right here. If I don't trip and fall. have to put the camera down to negotiate this. All right, this is as far as you can go on this section. There's a collapse right there with shale. And so Mr. Box might have some better luck. He took the route down below, so we'll just see. But, hey, you know, they hollowed this section out, man, for the ore. We are far, far away, man, from our entry point. All right. He thought he'd check and see if there was a passageway through that blockage. It's too risky. But,
Yeah, that's the end of the road.
yeah. So,
Check out this that I found on the lower level. Never seen
what is that?
colors like that before in the ore.
Huh. That is interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we had high hopes that this was going to take us to another slope mine that's connected. We, right now, from our entry point, we're close to 2,300 feet distance. At least, you know, closing in on a half a mile underground. So, just hard to believe that when these guys descended, they had to come back here and work. They had that portal pay lawsuit in the late 30s, lasted into the 40s for the court finally ruled in the miners' favor that, as soon as they clocked in and they started their descent down into the mines, they were getting paid. All that time beforehand, all this travel time, coming all this distance, they never got paid. So the only time they got paid is when they loaded up. That was the same for the coal miners. When they loaded up the coal or the iron ore, all this other stuff, setting the braces, stacking rocks, that was just freebie. That was free work, man. So, I tell you, it takes a special kind of person to come down here and work underground 8-9 hours. We got all these fancy lights and everything. How'd you like to be down here with a flame? Carbide light, no freaking way. So, these guys had some real gizzard, man. They were tough. So, all right, this is as good as anywhere to take a break. So, we're going to start heading back, but we're going to go back a different route, take a look at some other things since we're here. All right.